directly from the students of Airwaves Media. Bringing you news from Alma School District and our surrounding community. You're watching the Airedale.
Welcome to the Airedale. I'm Peyton C. Phillips.
And I'm Devin Reed. Today we'll be covering dye-free foods, the heirloom store, the foreign exchange program, plus much, much more coming up on
The Airedale.
Our school is saying goodbye to artificial food dyes. Here's Carver Rushing telling us what's changing in the cafeteria.
You may have noticed the food in our cafeteria looks a little different. That's because Alma schools have decided to go dye-free. To learn more, I spoke with our district nutritionist, Miss Kaylee Corson, and asked her why the school had made this change.
I think overall we decided to change the menu to a dye-free menu just because dyes don't hold any nutrition value. So there's no reason really to have them in our menus or in the ingredients we use. And also the K through 12 food industry is kind of switching to dye-free for a lot of their products anyways. So thought, why not?
Making the switch to dye-free isn't always simple. I asked Miss Kaylee if it was a challenge to find dye-free versions of some of our favorite foods here at Alma.
Yeah, there were challenges. Definitely when it comes to the popular foods like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos and Doritos. The Powerade was a big one I had to take out, and I think the most challenging thing is once I took those out, I was wanting to replace it with something and not just take it away altogether. So finding products to use that didn't have dyes, like Gatorade. I know there's one Gatorade that doesn't have dye that I'm currently trying to get for us. And then yeah, there's definitely challenges, definitely just combing through ingredients and seeing what has it, what doesn't, and what you need to replace it with.
Big changes in the lunchroom usually get people talking. I asked Miss Katie what feedback she's heard from students and parents about the switch to dye-free foods.
Yeah, we actually came, I think last week and asked a few students about their opinions on dye-free foods, and some of them didn't notice that we had taken anything away at all, and some of them definitely did, and they were wanting a few items back, and I got to tell them that I was working with vendors on getting things like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos without dye, getting those things back. So I think overall the feedback has been good. Parents as well. I think parents are really thankful, especially the younger K through 5, that they're not serving dyes over there just because of the way it affects behaviors and things like that.
With these changes, Alma Schools hopes to keep meals healthy. This was Carver with Airwaves Media.
The ACT is a very, very important part of our education. But why does it matter? Here's Devin Reed to test you on this news story.
The ACT is a test mandated by the state of Arkansas and is a big part in your education. But how does this benefit your education? Let's go to Mr. Kelly to give us more information about this test.
The ACT is the American College Test. It is a standardized test that students across the country can take in order to be admitted into different colleges or universities. It helps those students who score well on that test earn financial aid so that they can actually earn money to be able to attend college or to continue their education. But it also allows students who perform at a certain level on that test to go straight into college and not have to take remediation type courses so that they can graduate a whole lot quicker.
What are some of the test dates that you could take the ACT?
Okay, so ACT offers tests during specific months of the year. And so when school starts, in August, the first test date is in September, and then October, and then December, and then we have a spring schedule too, which is basically every other month. So starting in February, then there'll be an April, and then there'll be a June, and then a July, and then it all starts over again.
Also, what are some of the best ways you can prep for the ACT, and what's the best way you can prep inside of school?
A lot of ACT prep is a lot of independent work. Typically students who have really good reading comprehension skills tend to perform better on that. So just reading more, expanding your vocabulary, obviously test taking strategies like how you would actually approach each part of the test is important. So we offer a semester course in ACT prep. We offer after school tutoring sessions for each national test that comes up throughout the year. And so a lot of it is, your ability to improve your reading comprehension, but it's also your test taking strategy skills as well. And then if you can sort of tag team that with other people and you can kind of push each other through that process, that's typically where we see our biggest growth.
This has been Devin Reed signing out with Airwaves Media. Employers look for specific skill sets for potential employees that will be beneficial to their organization. Here at AHS, we have several different types of classes that help students strengthen their skills for employment. Here's Kyle Russell and Jamie Waffner with more on this news story.
Around Alma High School, it is extremely easy to find numerous extracurricular activities such as band, choir, and much more. And today we are going to talk with one of the co-curricular classes teachers to get her view on the topic.
So here at Alma High School, we're fortunate that we have several CTE classes that are co-curricular classes.
First, we asked what benefits there are of taking a co-curricular class.
So a co-curricular class is just where learning takes place in the room, in the classroom, and then you're able to apply the skills that you learn in the classroom outside of the classroom.
Next, we asked about other co-curricular and CTE classes across the school.
Co-curricular classes here at Alma High School are classes like the Management 1 class, or the Intro to Ag class, or the classes that Ms. Strickland has with Educators Rising, or Ms. Parker has with Engineering, and there are others too, where students are learning inside of a classroom skills that they're actually practicing or even learning about outside of the classroom. We were able to practice professional skills that employers are looking for in the workplace, like team building, team collaboration, decision-making, problem-solving, collaboration, as well as communication. So I definitely hope that every student at Alma High School is involved in some pathway through a co-curricular program here at Alma High School.
You should get yourself involved within co-curricular class. And remember, if you haven't joined DECA, what the heck?
Something seems to be shaking it up in the science department as new teaching techniques are exploding from the classrooms. Here's Kaylee Koch and Kylie Koch to show us a sudden conclusion to this hypothesis.
As a new school year starts, teachers gain more experience and technology evolves. Let's talk with Mr. Merritt and Ms. Nyhouse on why it is important and how it changes our education.
This will be my 7th year teaching. I taught for 3 years at Mountainburg, and that's actually where I graduated high school, and then this will be my 4th year here at Alma.
I've taught freshmen every year and in combination with other classes.
Mostly what I try to do in my intro class is give a big wide overview of computer science.
The technical advances that we've made with the use of Chromebooks in the classroom and the use of Promethean boards. I used to have to write on a chalkboard with white chalk.
Technology can help using Chromebooks and Promethean boards. It can save time and make learning more fun.
And with Promethean board, I can write it one time and save it and use it and also send it to other kids.
We're dealing with large tech companies that are doing things that none of us understand, so we have no idea how to regulate. We're dealing with technology that we're using in our jobs that we don't understand. Tech is not going away. We need people who can do tech, and we need more of them.
It's important to understand technology and how to use it. Technology is something we use in everyday life, and as it grows, so should our knowledge. This is Kaylee and Kylie with Airwaves Media.
Isosceles triangles and quadrilaterals are such a great way to describe this teacher. Kristen Johnson and Marlene Arias are here to shape up some information about Mr. Melton.
Here in Alma High School, we have a new teacher each year. Today, we want to introduce Mr. Melton as a new geometry teacher and cross-country coach.
I chose Alma High School because I wanted to be close to where I grew up, but I also wanted to be at a school that's considered to be prestigious and to where academics is a high priority. My goal is to try and make a subject that's considered difficult or something that students don't really enjoy doing, make it more enjoyable, make it personable to where they enjoy their time within math. Off at the University of Arkansas Fort Smith, and then I transferred to Arkansas Tech. That's where I graduated from. I wanted to be able to make a difference in the lives of young people in some way, shape, or form, and hopefully be a positive impact.
This is Marlon and Kirsten for Airwaves Media.
The stock market games competition has gotten the attention of seniors. Here's Jared Canada to cash us in on this topic.
The stock market itself is a hard concept to grasp, how it works, and what it does. I interviewed Mr. Powell about the stock market game, just to help clear the air for those who feel a bit uneasy about investing. A common tactic is to invest into bigger companies, but that doesn't mean success. Here's Powell's breakdown on investing into a bigger company versus a smaller company.
To me, they seem more stable because they're big, However, a few years ago when Tesla was really hot, people started buying it in class, and that's the time frame they were having a lot of issues with, I think, their batteries or something, and a stock bottomed out. A new stock could be something you buy, and because it's kind of cheap, it could all of a sudden hit the market just right. And I know one kid in class, I've looked at his stuff, he bought kind of a no-name stock, and his values went up tremendously.
Here is who you're going against in the stock market competition.
Well, at the high school level, just here at Alma, we're going against each other a little bit, and that's my classes, Miss Hall's class, and Coach Stoller's classes.
This is Jared Canada from Alma Airwaves.
Do you know about the FFA band? Well, that's too bad. One of our very own band students have taken on this amazing opportunity to join the FFA band. Here's Joe Rutherford to tell you more about this.
One of our very own Alma band members, Hayden Dooley, has gotten the opportunity to join the FFA band. This is the first time one of our members has had this opportunity. Here's Hayden Dooley to explain more about the FFA band.
So the FFA band is basically a program where all students who are in band and FFA can get together and you can play music and rehearse.
The opportunity is only offered to a select amount of people, and not many get accepted. Hayden Dooley is the first out of Alma to get selected, and there's hopefully more to come following him. Here's Hayden Dooley to say more about the band.
The end of October is when the national convention is, and we're there the whole week of national convention. So in the summertime you can apply, and you basically, they give you instructions on how to do an application, and you record yourself doing an application.
This is Joe Rutherford with Airwaves Media.
The teachers at the Alma Intermediate School have been taking their kids outside to touch some grass. Here's Nate Lyon to bring us outside.
Over at the Alma Intermediate School, the third grade teachers have been trying a new form of learning that takes place outside. Mrs. Hull and other teachers have been taking their kids outside for a new view on the learning experience. Here she is to talk about why she did it.
So I decided to take my kids outside with a couple other teacher friends, and we just wanted to go outside to engage our students a little more, get them outside of the classroom, but still have fun while they're learning. So a benefit that I hope my students get from this is that they can have fun while they're learning. It doesn't just have to be sitting with our binders open and sitting at the carpet. It can be anywhere, anytime, any place, with anybody.
All of Alma School District might follow this new way of learning. Some of the possible benefits are more interactive learning experiences, better mental health for students, and improved physical health all over.
So another thing that we did was we used Play-Doh to make arrays in math, and the students just kind of thought it was mind-boggling, like, oh my goodness, we can use something hands-on to help us learn arrays and multiplication and all of those things. And they also got to write on their desk with expo markers, and so it was just, it was a crazy experience for them, but they really loved it, and they seemed to catch on and learn more since they were doing something hands-on.
This has been Nate Lyon of Airways Media.
Traveling abroad can be an exciting experience, but it can also be scary too. Robin Garrettson and Timothy Turner find out more about this foreign exchange program.
Around Alma High School, there's a diverse amount of students and faculty, but what makes it even more diverse? The foreign exchange program. But what exactly is this exchange program, and how does it bring students all across the world to Alma High School? We have interviewed Madam Parham, head of the foreign exchange program here at Alma High School, to ask a few questions about the program.
I think we've got a great school. I think this is a beautiful state, and I feel very proud to share it with other cultures and other people, and I'm excited to share that with them. If you really want to help an exchange student, be a friend.
Now that we've heard from the head of the program, let's get some input on the perspective of one of our many foreign exchange students and see what his experience can tell us about the program as a whole.
I think today it's a month that I'm here, and there have been already some moments where I felt homesick. Wouldn't say it's better, but I'm liking the school because it's much easier than where I am from. So tests are more easy. The teachers are nicer, I think, because in Italy many of them don't even look at you. They're not so nice, especially with, I think that the fact that we are from another country helps on this, but I think this is the thing that I prefer so far. I think that can help you grow a lot, because you're basically a teen with 16 years old that goes to a different country with a different reality, with a different culture, different people, different language. So it's all things that you are not used to. and for this reason, it's something that makes you have to grow somehow.
As you can see, the foreign exchange program can help as a learning experience for the students and an engaging experience for the school as a whole. It helps to educate and enrich the students of Alma High School. This has been Timothy Turner
And Atlantis Garrettson
of Airwaves Media.
Foreign exchange students are quite a common occurrence in our school. But what about Alma High Schoolers going overseas to a different country? Well, Selena, Simone, and Sarah are here to bring us overseas to see what these high schoolers are up to.
1 year in a life or life in 1 year. This semester, 16 exchange students from all over the world are attending Alma High School in Arkansas. Simone from Italy shared his thoughts.
I love it. Everything is great. It's very different from what I'm used to in Italy, but in a positive way. The main differences between my school and this school are the people that here are nicer than Italy. The advice for an Italian who wants to come here would be to just do it. Because everything is nice, like he will have a great time, or he or she will have a great time anyways. Anche se sei spaventato o hai dubbi, fallo comunque.
At Alma, exchange students play a big role in bringing cultural diversity to campus. We asked Americans for their opinions about their school's decision to take that many foreigners.
I am very happy that the school decided to take the students. I think it's a good opportunity for them and for us.
I like it. I like the diversity and culture it brings, and I get to meet new people. That's always my favorite thing.
But would they be brave enough to step into their shoes and live abroad for several months?
It takes courage to do that, and I could see it benefiting by you meeting new people and experiencing something new. I would go be an exchange student in Spain. Just not being around the people I'm normally around, probably family, and having my mind be in another place while I'm across the world.
I think it'd be awesome to see all the new people, not just seeing the same people.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity for other kids to experience what it's like to be in America and to get to experience something new.
In the end, exchange programs aren't just about school. They're about connection, growth, and living your dream. So, would you take that step?
Raven Brantley, on a more serious note, September is National Suicide Awareness Month. Nearly 20.4% of high schoolers that seriously think about committing suicide, and 9% generally attempted.
September is National Suicide Prevention Month, a time to raise awareness and remind people that help is always available. Resources like the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline offer free and confidential support 24/7. By breaking the stigma and spreading hope, communities can work together to save lives. Here's more from our school nurse, Miss Wilkes.
I think Suicide Prevention Month is important to talk about and recognize in schools because it will help bring awareness to the topic, kind of hopefully help reduce the stigma around it and around, mental health challenges. So yeah, I think that's why it's most important. Our counseling center, they kind of specialize in that area. I'm also available, like I said, if someone comes to me first, and then they're able to provide more resources if necessary, outside counseling, therapy, admission if something like that were needed. But those are the big things. It's okay to be going through things and feel like you're not okay, but just to know that you're not alone, and hopefully you can find someone trustworthy to talk about it and, help make you feel better.
For Airwaves Media, this is Raven Brantley.
Here at AHS, students have an opportunity to travel abroad to various destinations around the world to learn about the culture and have some fun while they're there. Bentley Allen and Skylar Foster are here with the details.
Lots of people like to travel. At Alma High School, we get the opportunity to travel to different places during spring break.
So the travel group takes students on trips during spring break. We typically go to either Europe or Central America, and it is not only just a nice sightseeing trip, but it's an educational trip. Students are learning about different things, cultures, history, art, architecture when they go on these trips.
There are many interesting trips the high school has to offer. Here are a few places we will have the chance to go in the next few years.
This spring break, we are going to Costa Rica, and then next spring break, Italy and Greece, and then spring break of 2028, we're going to Japan.
This year we are going to Costa Rica in Central America, a country of rainforests and beautiful beaches.
There's not really any requirements to join travel. You just sign up if you are wanting to go on the trip. The cost to go on each trip is different based upon the destination, but we are giving students ample time to sign up and pay for the trip.
This is Bentley Allen and Skylar Foster on Airways Media.
Jesus is alright with me. Jesus is just alright. Oh yeah, Jesus is alright for me. Jesus is just alright. If you're just interested in spreading the word of Jesus, Just Club is just the right place for you. Here's Connor George and Jax Lloyd to have more on this news story.
Just, or Jesus Uniting Students Together, is a club that prioritizes students' relationship with Jesus and each other. We spoke with the president and junior president of the Just Club.
Jesus Uniting Students Together. Our goal in Just Club is to gather students from around the school and gather them together to connect with Jesus. We have guest speakers from different churches. We have Cody Meredith from Kibler Baptist, and we have Austin, and just different youth pastors from different churches.
Just does events of out of school for students who want to increase their faith with Christ.
Some out of school things that we do. We do See You at the Pole and just other things like that, like stuff for the community and like other church events. Like we invite Just to like other church events and like Sunday stuff and Wednesday nights. The benefits of being in Just are getting to have a community at school and not just at your church, so you're surrounded by other Christians trying to grow their faith.
This is Connor George and Jackson Lloyd with Airwaves Media.
Video games have been a popular pastime since the 1970s. Now, gaming has become a sport. Cole Neba and Hudson Sutherland have taken a deeper look into this digital world of esports.
Esports is a club at Alma High School that participates in competing in video game tournaments.
Esports is a competitive gaming league where students play against other schools in the state of Arkansas and in the Central Time Zone.
In esports, students learn many different skills that can be applicable later in life.
Students benefit from esports by learning problem-solving skills, communication skills, working with others. It's just a nice collaborative environment to be in.
Esports offers a variety of different games to play, like platform fighters, FPS, and battle royales.
Overwatch, Valorant, Smash Bros, Rocket League, Fortnite, Madden. To compete in the games that have a AAA sanctioned state championship, you have to maintain a 2.0 GPA, just like you would in athletics.
Esports is a great way to learn how to play video games, strengthen communication skills, and problem solving.
The main goal of esports is not only to win these games, but to become better at problem solving and being a better team member and just learning how to play the games in general.
This is Cole Neba and Hudson Sutherland with Airwaves Media.
There are many things to do in ROTC, and one of those things is completely revolving around exercise. Here's Peyton C. Phillips to run us around the Alma ROTC Bixby PT competition.
Recently, NJROTC went on an incredible competition that was so challenging and difficult that I even got a sunburn from how harsh the sun was. But what exactly was this competition? Well, it was a competition that tested the strength and willpower of hand-picked NJROTC cadets. But what was the start of this competition like?
I'm very confident. We have a very strong group of guys and girls here today. I think we'll do pretty good today, but anything can happen, so we'll see. We have prepared for this for a very we do Monday PTs and Fridays PTs, and I feel like all those PT days have led to this, so we'll see how it goes.
As the competition began, during the middle of it, there were some tough individuals who had gotten pretty worn out due to the winding courses and challenging obstacles that only the best of them could handle.
I'm proud of all these people and myself, sure. But everybody here. Warriors right here. First place only. First place right here. This team, first place. I doubt.
Sadly, however, the Alma NJROTC PT team did not make first, second, or third overall. They did, however, gain an award as a cadet had won 3rd place from the obstacle course. Finally, this is Peyton C. Phillips for Airwaves Media. The agriculture students have just shown some amazing animals at the Crawford County Fair. Let's move on over to see what Cameron Cockburn and Caden Sigler present on this exciting topic.
Agriculture is a popular course many students are taking. Here at AHS, some of these students participate in events like the county fair.
At the county fair this year, I really helped students who are working to exhibit livestock. We had students that were showing poultry, rabbits, cattle, sheep, hogs, and goats.
I showed my rabbit, first in my class and second overall. My ag teacher talked me into it.
We talked to some of the students and Alma staff who participated at this year's county fair to get their thoughts.
I showed a lamb at the Crawford County Fair. I got 1st place in marketing and 1st in breeding.
All the nice people. Everyone's really kind and it's fun.
I think people should consider going to the county fair to see the hard work that these students have invested. Our students they take an animal very early on, some as early as November, but frequently as early as March, April, or May. They take this animal, they work with it every day. They're feeding, exercising, grooming, and they're working really hard on their nutrition and diet. And it is a project that takes many, many hours and a lot of money. And so I think that people should come out and support our students.
Crawford County Fair has lots of interesting activities and games. And if you're interested in going, next year you should attend.
For golf swings into Alma, here's Avery Mellon with more details.
Golf isn't usually one to get all too much of a spotlight. But this story will be covering this week's conference, how the season has been going, as well as why some players decided to play. Here's Coach Eddie Corder with more information.
We have had a great regular season competing against really good teams last week in Benton, likes of Little Rock Christian, Little Rock Catholic, and we're looking forward to our conference tournament next week at Eagle Crest starting at 8 a.m.
Mostly family. And alongside, it helped with having family and friends being able to play golf and having the dream of being able to go big.
While golf may not always grab the attention of most, this week's conference gave the team a chance to step in the spotlight. This has been Avery Mellon with Airwaves Media.
Here at AHS, we have our very own Alma Airedale merch store. Jackson Belt looks into these new styles as the students run this store.
Heirlooms at Alma High School is a student-run enterprise that sells all types of things. Let Jackson Ball, the head of the sales project, tell you more.
Heirlooms is mostly a student-run program, though there are some certain times that Ms. Seiler will step in and help us out.
Heirlooms is open during second period, and they welcome everyone to visit.
There's a lot of different things we do. We run the cashier area. We are cashiers. We focus on stock. We figure out what we need to buy and what we don't need to buy. We do basically everything besides ordering stuff, which we just tell Ms. Seiler what to order.
This was Jackson Belt for Airwaves Media.
TSA is serving some new flavors this year, and this is Elena Barlett with some more of these dirty details.
This year, the TSA is selling dirty sodas for a fundraiser. These sodas are sold every Friday when there is a home game, before school, during all lunches, and at the game. Along with the sodas, they also sell lemonades and energies. The energies are only available to those 18 and older. But what is TSA? And what are the most popular flavors among Alma High School students? Here's Ms. Parker with more information.
TSA stands for Technology Student Association. It is a career and technical student organization, which is a student-led organization for students who are interested in pursuing STEM careers after high school. They compete at the state and the national level, showcasing all of the skills that they have learned throughout the engineering pathway, and they network with like-minded individuals who are also interested in going into the STEM fields.
All proceeds from the sales help fund TSA competitions that are held in DC this upcoming summer. Your support makes a difference in giving students opportunities to learn and innovate while learning responsibility.
We are currently doing a fundraiser where we are selling dirty sodas, and a dirty soda is a flavored soda mixed with coffee cream, and so they vary in flavors. Our most popular one is the Cherry Bomb, which is cherry, vanilla, and cream, and a Coke. And then our other popular one is the Coconut Cream Dream, which is Dr. Pepper, coconut, vanilla, and cream.
This is Alayla Bartlett with Airways Media.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Airedale, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to follow all of our social medias at Airways Media. And as always, go Airedales!